Good morning from day 14 on the Pacific Crest Trail, walking from Mexico to Canada. We're at mile 120. Actually, probably more like 122 right now. Last night, I was completely exhausted when I got into camp. None of us thought that those miles were going to be long, hot, and uphill. And it was, so I was grateful to see that there were some dirt spots about 2 miles ahead before I was like, oh, I'm over it. But got my tent set up. I stayed with the guys last night. They're funny. Reminds me a lot of my boys with their joking around and everything. There's a guy we call, his name's Michael, or RP for rattlesnake poker. Because he literally was walking along, put his pole down, and it didn't feel quite right, and he realized it was a rattlesnake, and it started, of course, coiling up. He jumped back, and it was a whole thing. But he had no intention to hurt the rattlesnake, so if anyone's freaking out about that. But yeah, so we've been whining. Back to this canyon. I hope so. About 8 miles this morning to go to Mike Vendetti's. It's about 15 minutes off trail, but it's where I have to get water. Otherwise I won't have water for a very long time. So we'll get water there, possibly do a quick charge depending upon what time I get there, and then gonna hike about another 3 miles on farther, or up and farther, so probably another 5 miles actually, before I set up camp for the night. But it's overcast today so far. Really nice. I got out, no shocker, an hour after everybody, so. But I slept really good last night. It was the first night that it didn't have any condensation. Like, that was amazing. There's about, oh my gosh, a couple people came in late last night. There's probably about 6 of them. All cowboy camped. One girl and Journey. All of her families. Were you a lizard? What? Oh, hello. Oh, yeah. Alright, I'm gonna stop for a little while and pick you up hopefully later. These hills are deceiving. They're mountains, they're just different than what we have. You know, usually we have evergreen trees on ours, and instead there's a lot of these manzanitas and whatever this kind is. So a lot of bushes, very tall, different, of course, cactuses. Not like what probably most people would think the desert is. You know, you think of sand and like this big mirage. And maybe I'll get there when I get to the Mojave. But as of right now, this is what the desert is. You're pretty exposed out here on these hillsides. So when you do come to a place that has like a little bit of tall bush, you're like, oh, definitely think of it differently. Hope everyone's having a great day. And get in some miles. And get to my next water source in about 8 miles. A little treat on the trail with some flowers today. Yay! Celebrate the little things. Big old mountain I climbed today. Continuing on up this one. Pretty and green through here. I'm very grateful today is a overcast day. So welcome to day 13 of walking on the Pacific Crest Trail from Mexico to Canada. Around mile 24, I think I am. Just cruising along, going my own pace, making sure I listen to my body, all that good stuff. Look at that. This is a yucca, or yucca. There's different kinds, but once it blooms, it dies. And they're pokey as crap. They're not friendly. Learned this the hard way several times. Came around a couple of those mountains today. Been climbing all day long. But it's nice to have the overcast. Makes it so much easier for hiking and less water. Let me tell you. So most people out here carry life water bottles, you know, just the water bottles you buy from the grocery store. And then we use a water bladder. Most of them are called CNOC water bladders, the majority of people use. And you put your dirty water in that, and then you can attach your water filter to it and then filter into all of your water bottles. So I am definitely missing my Nalgene bottle that I almost always boil water at nighttime and use that to help keep me warm. Last night I was absolutely shocked. It was even though we were up here on the mountain, it was the warmest I've been the entire time. And I think I said earlier, the first night without condensation. So, don't know what did different. Slept with the door open, but I've slept with the door completely wide open nights before and still had the condensation. I'll try and include a picture of what I'm talking about how much condensation. It's absolutely crazy. Like the entire top half of my sleeping bag just gets wet. Going up and around this guy. Woohoo! The landscape changes so quickly. It's just on the other side of the mountain, and then this side's like this. Oops. It's interesting how fast the landscape changes. Now it's just on the other side, and it was all hilly trees. That is my water source down there at Mike's. Woohoo! Water at Mike's place. Yay! Excited about that. So down there is Mike's place where they have a water tank. I don't know if you can see that. See that down in there. Water tank for us. We filled up water. I had a quick lunch, some mashed potatoes. Eating the Milky Way. Now, unfortunately, the sun is out and having to climb up out of this canyon. But trying to go, I don't know, it'll be between 4 and 10 miles, hopefully not 10, in order to get a campsite. The bubble has slowly started to catch up, so it makes it harder at getting campsites. Full bloom on those. Pretty. Views today are pretty. Been winding all the way through there. Actually came from that farthest peak way back over there. And boy, trying to make it another 4 miles today. Started at 117, I think. And want to go to 131. That's what I'd like, but we'll see. We'll see. most of the day has been pretty nice weather to hike in. Had a little bit of, I don't know, maybe less than an hour that the sun came out, and I was like, oh, I dread that. This is how gross my shirt is. Look at all that. I'm so nasty. It's all over on the back too. My sleeves wearing pretty good. Look at all these salt stains on the back. It's disgusting. But I found a spot. Hold on, let me turn this around. So this morning, woke up and it was nice and warm, which was surprising considering I think we were at 3,500, maybe we were at 4,000. I'm at 4,587 right now, and went 12.8 miles today. Went over to off trail a little bit to Mike's place to get water, but that's a different vibe there. But so grateful to have that there. Oh my gosh, the water carry would be atrocious. So got water and then hiked another 4.8 miles. It's 3:30 in the afternoon. I could have kept going, but there's very limited spots to be able to, like, pieces of dirt to be able to pull off, and I didn't want to go another 5 miles, which is where they say there's, you know, another little spot or area that you can pull off to. So I made this my home, which is literally right next to the trail, but it felt pretty good today. It was overcast and then the sun came out, and then it was overcast and the sun came out again to, you know, remind us of how hot it is. Today I'm in camp by myself because, I mean, my tent barely fits in this spot. It actually doesn't. If I had to get out real quick, I would be absolutely screwed. I'm tied to 2 little manzanita trees, on my poles are. So I hope it's not going to get too windy, but I'm glad to be off trail and be relaxing. I've got plenty of water. I think I have another 6 miles to go before water, something like that. Maybe another 10, but I'll be okay. So peace out, and I'll catch you tomorrow on day 14, I think it is. My God, it's so hard to keep track of the days out here, let alone do any journaling and vlogging. You get to camp and you just like crash. Like, I can't even think long enough to be able to, like, I get to camp, I get my tent set up, my clothes out, everything for the morning, everything prepped back into my backpack that I can put in, and then my head hits the pillow. So anyways, takes all I got, that's for sure. I'll catch you tomorrow. I'm at mile 133 on day 13, I think it is. 4,562 feet, so gaining that pretty well. Gaining elevation. Hopefully tonight won't be cold. I went 12.2 miles or 12.6, I can't remember, miles today. My legs are a little bit exhausted. I have a rash all over on them. Lips getting a little better. The scab's gone, so hopefully that continues to get better. And tonight I sleep well. I've got about 20 miles into town, so I'll be in Idlewild in the next 2 days and then start some really hellacious climbs. I gotta go and get another warm jacket before I do that and get my micro spikes. Unfortunately, a storm is due to hit there in the next 4 to 5 days and bring 5 to 8 inches of snow. Not excited about that whatsoever. So we'll see if my plans change. Definitely not going to put myself in any danger, but I'll see you later, and I hope I have a good night's sleep. Day 14 went pretty well. From mile 119 to mile 132, I was happy the day was overcast. I got to put my name on the wall at Mike's place and have a great day. Thanks for watching, and until the next mile, I hope you smile, and I'll see you on the next ridge. Get out there and enjoy your own soul adventure.